I'm Dr. Denise Lofton. I've been the facilitator for the Boys and Girls Club Technical Training Center Operation Jumpstart class. And what we taught primarily was something I call salute the flag, right? Fun, learning, and growth. And I think they had a little of each. You agree? Mm-hmm. If you go, mm-hmm, you gotta do it a little enthusiastically. Okay. All right, so we're just excited to recognize your accomplishment for this next 6 weeks. Okay. Our MC this afternoon is someone we're very happy to have with us. He's a hip hop artist. He's an athlete. He's a cool kid, and we're glad that he took the time to come and visit with us this afternoon. And after Michelle has given us the Boys and Girls Club greeting, we'll turn it over to Lucrece. So let's welcome her until she and David arrives.
I didn't know I was going to be asked to say anything.
First thing,
Okay.
take my spot.
Okay. Thank you all for coming to the Juice Plus Boys and Girls Club Technical Training Center. I don't exactly know what to say because all the work was done by the students. I was just here monitoring, I guess you could say. So they did all the hard work. I'm very proud of them. They worked very, very hard, and they deserve all the opportunities in the world, and I hope that this experience will lead them to those opportunities. So thank you again. And congratulations, good job, and you guys are awesome.
We can clap for awesome, right? All right, so we're gonna.
Nobody can get this.
All right, I have an X on this spot and a Y on that one. We make it. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is hear from Lucrece Parker.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all doing good today?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give y'all a little speech about my life and how it's been for me when I was younger. When I was younger, my dad was and still is a music producer, and he has his own record label. People that had talent in the music business, they were in and out the studio rapping, singing, and all kinds of things. I used to just watch them too. Then when I turned 4 years old, I was watching Usher on MTV, and I was like, hey, I can do that. So before we left the studio that day, I freestyled for my dad, and he recorded me. And that's when we came up with the song Kindergarten Kid. And when we started touring with artists like Bow Wow, French Out Boys, Lil Boosie, and Travis Porter too. When I started out, I had my sister, 3 of my cousins behind as my dancers. At a young age, I also focused on my career and my education. As I was getting older, I was performing shows in cities like New York, California, Mississippi, Atlanta, North Carolina, and other different states. And I got signed with Sony Music for 1 year. When I turned 12 years old, I wanted to play basketball, so I left my hip hop career alone, but my mom and dad told me that I could do both. So now I'm doing both. Everyone knows we have haters in this world, so I kept doing what I had to do, regardless of how they felt. I told myself I can keep adding on to my career because I've been on ABC White Swap, TV interviews, and in movies all around the world. I also have won many trophies as the MVP basketball player the past 2 years. And now I am playing basketball for Bolton High School. I plan on going to the NBA. So what I did was keep going and not giving up because I have done so much to get here. I just recorded my 10th single called My Life for the new movie my dad directed entitled The Awakening of a Troubled Mind. They will be in stores like Walmart, Best Buy, and Redbox all around the whole world in December. My song My Life is telling you about how my life got started and the things I've been through. My dad owns his own film company called Rip Entertainment Films. I play a role in his movie The Awakening of a Troubled Mind as Damon, a neighborhood kid that's trying to stop a bully. I'm also playing in a new horror movie called Mama's Spirit and played the role Jason as a basketball player. As you can see, I'm a hip hop artist, motivational speaker, a basketball player, and also an actor. So no matter what you do, you can do a lot of things and keep succeeding at it, and so you don't never give up. My name is Christian Parker, and thanks for letting me be your motivational speaker today.
Hello everyone, my name is Mosiah Bridges and I'm the CEO of Mo's Bows Handmade Bow Ties, and I'm here to tell you a little about how I got started as a young designer and a businessman or business owner. It all started when I was a little kid. I loved to dress nice, but the problem was I couldn't find any other ties that really fit my style or my personality. So I asked my grandmother to teach me how to sew, and after that I've been on the Steve Harvey Show, in the Oprah magazine, and Shark Tank, as everybody has seen me on, and many more publications around the world. And recently this summer, I got to meet the president of the United States. And that was fun because we had our doubts that we weren't going to meet him, but the lady tapped my mom on the shoulder, and this is the tap.
So an assistant tapped me on the shoulder. We were very doubtful if we would meet him or not that day, and we were very doubtful. We had gone the whole day, and the day was closing to an end. It was his birthday, right, Mom? It was the president's birthday, and we were singing happy birthday. So we were very doubtful that we would meet him, and just as our spirits were low, and we were kind of a little sad, Mo had this look on his face, and I was like, oh man, he's so disappointed. And just then, there was a tap on the shoulder. This lady tapped me on the shoulder, was like, hey, can I grab Mo really quick? The president wants to meet him. And I was like, yeah, you can grab Mo, but we're really tight, so Mo had to step on 3 chairs. Oh, I'm sorry, you tell.
Yeah, I had to step over like 3 chairs to get to meet the president, but that was a good experience. And I also was a fashion correspondent at the NBA 2015 draft. And, yeah, I did that because, you know, those basketball players were like going to be known as these dull basketball players for the rest of their life. So I thought that I should bring out the fun side of them for the next, 10 years. So yeah, I've done that, and I really want to talk to you about just believing in yourself and dreaming big. And what believing in yourself means is to invest in yourself. You also have to have support. You have to have support from your family, or you don't even have to have support from your family. You can have it from your pastor, your librarian, anybody. You just have to have support. Education is another important thing, because if you don't have an education, how are you going to be successful in life or in business? That's very important. So I want everybody to say dream big. 1, 2, 3.
Dream big.
What does that mean to you? Can anybody tell me? Yes.
It means to dream, just keep dreaming whatever you want to get. Whatever there is to come to you, just keep dreaming on dreaming, whatever you can get.
You have to believe.
Don't let nobody discourage you.
Yes. You have to believe in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. So that's my story of Mo's Bows. Thank you.
Let's go.
It's my song called My Life. Everybody clap your hands like this. Can you feel me when I walk the block? I just have to stop. I see another chance for me to not as wet. I hear the sounds of a scream getting closer. My brother, my friends like I know I won't, I see this. With the camouflage look, I'm bleeding. 54 girls came out of swarm like bees in a hive on a honeycomb. All smiles on the ground is what they get. No time for the love, I'm not there yet. Running real hard like I'm a jet. Changing in and out of clothes, salute the pack. Slow work, real hard, no DJ. My skills so smooth, press replay. Slow work, real hard, no DJ. My skills so smooth, press replay. Hey, you see me run, don't hit me. Now can you feel me? If you take a peek, the car will glow. It's just twisted looks, so don't touch. Laser sensor. Don't press on the scene like a meat market. One step closer, you be the target. Contemplating what to do, it's not an option. The lead style on my own, it's just a hobby. My latest dip the indie sip. What's the girls of the hood? We can't chip. 577 HP back with glass. No time to wait, no need to ask. X63 AMG Mercedes BENZ. If you ask me, I'm cooping. If you ask me, I'm cooping. I like this girl. Y'all Mr. North for me one time. Can you feel me? In your city getting stacks, climbing charts, overseas making deals. I'm about to pop, movie scenes, picture me. I'm all that. Can you imagine what my life? If I shine so shine, we both shine. It's no limit to this level, just a state of mind. If I shine, you shine, we both shine. It's no limit to this level, just a state of mind. Y'all make the noise for me one more time. Thank you.
All right, so time to meet the Operation Jumpstart class. So Pastor, what they're going to do before you speak, they're going to come up and tell you who they are, what their business is, why they chose this business, and what they hope to accomplish. All right, so they chose their own order. Who's first? Come on down. All right, class, welcome.
Hello, my name is Casey Remus. I am a singer, actor, songwriter, and my stage name is K-Star Casey. And my business is a clothing line that I came up with called Byly, B-Y-L-Y. And it is an abbreviation for my motto, which stands for Be Yourself, Love Yourself. And I got that from some struggles that I personally dealt with. And what my company does, it is a clothing line. And even though it is a clothing line, we don't sell just clothes. We sell also pillows, linen, drapes, also furniture products. But I love fashion, and I love to put clothes together like this right here. This is all me. My mama bought some of these clothes, but this is all me. So yeah, my company is called Byly, and my target audience is everyone. The second that you are born, there's a product at Byly for you. It doesn't matter if you're 2 years old or just came out the womb. There's a product for you at Byly, all the way up to being really, really old. So thank y'all so much. This is Byly. I'm 18.
All right, next person, thank you. Welcome them until they arrive.
This is Ariel.
Hello, thank you, Casey. My name is Ariel Cartwright, and the name of my business is Ink Day. I realize whenever I'm doing something, I pause, and whenever I see something, I start drawing. Like Casey was up here talking, I was drawing his chain with my fingers, and it's just like something my creativity is somewhere else. Like I can come up with things people like, dang, I didn't even think of that. So yeah, that's my business. I want to open up a tattoo shop in Houston, and I want it to be the best tattoo shop in the city. Thank you.
All right, stand up to their rise.
Hello, my name is Wendell Stapleton, and the name of my business is going to be Stapleton's Art Supply. Just as the name suggests, it's going to be an art supply store based inside Memphis. Now, the main reason why I wanted to do this is because I feel as though there aren't that many art supply stores in Memphis for young upcoming artists such as Ariel or myself. Thank you.
All right. Stand up to their rise.
Hey, my name is Demetrius, and I want to build an art center called Tiny Arts, mainly for kids at the age of 4 through 16, and basically because I've been through a lot in my life, so I go to drawing and spider playing, and so I love doing it, and so I just want to help children who have struggles and don't know how to express their feelings.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
All right.
Hello, my name is Alicia Guy, and the name of my business is Lily's Musical Talents. And the purpose of my business is to reach out to kids, kids ages 7 to 17. And my business is for kids who like to dance and kids who like to sing. The purpose of my business is to like help them express themselves, because most people or children who don't express themselves is people who are going through things. And I want my business to be able to help them express themselves through dancing or through singing. And yeah, that's all.
All right.
My name is Deja Davis. My business is called Day Day Dance Studio. The reason why I chose this business is because, well, like she said, I want many young people to express who they are. And the reason why I chose this because not only me express who I am in dancing, but many young people outside to like, express who they are.
Yes, she can.
All right, Wagner.
Hello, my name is Natasha Valentine, and my business name is Chow Chow. And basically, my business is a restaurant buffet type of business where you can, where they provide you varieties of different type of foods like soul food, sushi, and breakfast food. And the reason why I want to run in this type of business is because I love to cook and I love to put smiles on people's faces when they eat my food. And I'm 16.
Thank you. I want to, I'm full. I'm gonna tell you why I'm full. You'll understand why I'm full in a few minutes. But first, I just want to congratulate all of you, because I was asked to come and speak for your graduation. That's what we're calling it, a graduation. That means you're going from one level to another level. When you get to the next level, guess what's gonna happen? You have a new level of opposition. They call them haters. I'm 58 years old, I still got them. And guess what? When I get to be 68, guess what I'm gonna have? Because guess what I'm gonna keep doing the rest of my life? Going from one level to the next. I want you to, I had a presentation I was gonna give, but I don't feel that right now. That's why I asked you how old you are. You are old enough to make it. But listen to me. You're old enough to fail. Listen to me. You're old enough to make it, and you're old enough to fail. And you will fail if you don't keep trying to make it. Each of you said that one of the reasons you were going into business was to help people. I mean, I think every one of you said, I want to help younger people, I want to help, and that's a good thing. And you can't help people if you haven't ever been through anything. I want you to be encouraged, but I also want you to be realistic. The reason I ask your age is because I want to call each of you by name. I want to call your age, and then I want to speak a blessing into your life, okay? Okay? Latasha, where are you? Latasha. 16 years old. You can stand. 16 years old. I speak a blessing over your restaurant. Chow Chow. I speak a blessing over Chow Chow, okay? I speak a blessing. You remember that? You can sit down. Wendell Stapleton. I speak a blessing over Stapleton Art Supply. And you're gonna know in a few minutes why there are so few African American owned art supply stores. I speak a blessing into Stapleton Art Supply. You receive that? Casey Remus, did I pronounce your last name correctly? Stand up, young man. From now on, don't say mm-hmm. You hear me? From now on, no uh-huh, no uh-uh. You gotta separate yourself, you gotta stand apart. Think, use your head. If somebody addresses you, yes, no, right? That will set you apart from most of your peers. Am I right about that? Yeah. Right, that was your last uh-huh, at least today, okay? I speak a blessing over K-Star Entertainment. Is that you? I speak a blessing. You receive it? You may be seated. Alicia Guy, 16 years old. I speak a blessing over your business. Lily's, your performance studio. I speak a blessing. You said you wanted to help young kids be able to express themselves. You can't help them if you haven't been through. So you've been through some things at 16. Guess what? You're going through some more, right? Because that's the price we pay for success. We have to go through stuff in order to be an example. Trust me, this young man right here is still being talked about, and not in a good way. Y'all can imagine that, right? At his age, at the way he looks. Look at him. Look at this young man with eyeglasses on. Look at him. Look at him with this bow tie on, with a certain kind of the way he carries himself. People don't like that. Especially other people his age, other girls your age. That's going to be your biggest problem. You hear me? Other 16-year-old girls, other 17-year-olds, when you get 17, 18, 19, it's going to be with you. You got to get ready for that. I speak a blessing into your business, okay? You receive it? All right, you may be seated. Demetrius, 16 years old, I speak a blessing into artistic inspiration. I speak a blessing into your future business. You got to keep on pushing. The things that you've been through, the pain that you felt, it's not going to be the last pain you felt. But guess what? You use that pain to turn it into your gain. You don't worry about what somebody else has to say or what they think about you. You keep being you. You keep pressing through. And you're gonna be mad at me in a few minutes, so I want you to receive all this stuff I'm giving you now, okay? You receive that? All right, you may be seated. Deja, stand up, Deja. 16 years old. You're gonna be a dance instructor. You're gonna work and make it happen. I speak a blessing into your life, into your business, okay? I know your grandma might come whip you if you don't do right, all right? Are you receive that? Or you may be seated. Ariel, 17 years old, tattoo artist, right? That's what you're gonna do? You're an artist? I speak that into you. Hold your hands up. I speak a blessing into your fingertips, right? I speak a blessing into your mind, into the things that you want to do. I speak a blessing of endurance and encouragement. I speak a blessing of when you don't feel like it, you got to push through. You receive that? You may be seated. Now listen to me. The reason I'm kind of emotional today is because I went to school on this very ground. I was in the second grade right here on this ground. This used to be St. Augustine. It was an elementary school. It was a private Catholic school. And I was talked about. Why would y'all think anybody would talk about me? Just look at me. Why would anybody talk about me in this neighborhood? Light skin. Ooh, she said it. Light skin. I mean, that's just what it is. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. I'm red bone. I'm high yellow. Look at it. Why would I be talked about by other kids? Because I'm not like most, right? So right here on these grounds, they talk about me every day. Talk about me till I started crying. Talk about me till I was scared. Talk about me. And guess what? One day, one of the teachers, it was a school that was taught by nuns, you know, the Catholic nuns with the habits on their heads. One of the teachers heard one of the little kids talk about me, and she called him up to the front of the class, and she washed his mouth out with soap. Literally. No, for real. She literally took bar soap and washed his mouth out. She stood up for me. She stood up for me. I will never forget that. Because of that, I have self-confidence now. The other thing I never forget on this ground right here, I got sick one day. We were out on the little playground, and I got sick, and my dad left work. He worked downtown. He drove all the way out here to pick me up. When he picked me up in front of all of my peers, in front of all the other students in my class. He picked me up, and I got so sick. I was so sick, I started throwing up, and I threw up on his back, and he never put me down. He just let me know. He was sharp, but he let me throw up all over his back because he loved me. I'll never forget that. And because of that, I don't care what people say about me, bro. I don't care what people, as long as people love me and I know they love me, I'm good. Now listen, this young man right here, I'm blessed. I'm telling you my roots so I can tell you why I help people. I helped this young man right here. You see the BAM tour? Dude did a song to bless us. We blessed them. They were members of our church for a minute. I blessed them. Not because they can do something for me, but because I can do something for them. I'm in a position to help them. I've spoken a blessing over this young man's life. He's a very well-mannered young man. He represents Memphis very, very well. But I bless him because people blessed me when I was little. This man right here, one of the first Bust a Move Monday recipients was Mosiah. Mose Bose, and his mother blesses him. She loves him. He loves her. They argue and fight just like all parents argue and fight with their kids, right? But he has somebody who loves him. If you have anybody who loves you, gravitate to that person. Gravitate to those people. Don't worry about the negatives, because you're always going to be faced with negatives. One more story I'll tell you, and then I'll move on to the meat of my message. That man back there at that camera, Chuck O'Bannon, when nobody believed in me, when everybody was talking about me, calling me high yellow, red bone, all that, he gave me a chance to be on camera, to be on television, do my own thing with a gospel television program. And that's where I got my experience speaking in broadcasting. I went on to be on radio, went on to be on television because he believed in me. I think he felt for me because he was high yellow too. But he blessed me. And the seeds that he planted in my life, just like Dr. Denise, the Seed Co program, when people plant seeds in your life, appreciate it and never forget it. And be determined that you're going to be somebody regardless of what anybody else says and thinks. Now, business. Let me tell you about business. And this breaks my heart. Over 15 years, we have helped, I don't know how many businesses, black-owned business. Another thing, don't be ashamed to use the word black. You black. Look at each other, ask them, what color are you? Ask them, what color are you? What color are you? What color are you? You black. You better love black folk. And if you're going to make it in business, you're going to have to make it because black people support you. We have a program called Bust a Move Monday, where every first Monday we go and support a black-owned business. The heartbreak is that over the last 15 years, we've supported countless businesses. 150. I sent out invitations to an event. I sent them out over the last couple of weeks, and half of the invitations came back because the businesses are gone out of business. That's heartbreaking. That means that people in your community, your mamas, your sisters, you even if you don't make it, will go out of business and fail at the thing that you're trying to do. Hear me. You don't succeed in business just because you want to be in business. You got to work at it. And the more you study, the more you get any kind of education you can get, the greater your chances of success are. The greater your chance. The other thing, when you go in business, you ain't going to business for a hobby. Your auntie and them they want free food at Chow Chow's. They don't want free dinner. They ain't want to pay for theirs. Your neighbors and your cousin, they want you to teach their children to dance for free. Cause you my cousin. They're gonna want tattoos from you for free. They're gonna want art supplies. They want crayons and charcoal and brushes and paint because they are related to you. Are they your friend? No. No. If you want to give stuff away, don't go in business. You go in business to make money. Okay, now I say you go in business to do what? Make money. I know all y'all want to help people, but you can help people without going in business. You going into business to make that paper. It's about that paper. I said it's about that paper. I said, now look, if you shame to say it's about that paper, you ain't gonna make it in business. It's about that paper. Help me say it's about that paper. I'm telling you, it's about that paper now. When you get through, it's about that paper. You got to have some money. I say you got to have some money. Now, your chances of making money are greatly enhanced the more education you have. You got to have an education. You got to finish school, and you got to do well in school. Who's going to count your money? Who's going to keep your books if you don't have a good education? Got to focus on your education, okay? One more thing I want to say. I need your help. I'm trying to do what I can to make Memphis a better place. And I'm determined that before I die, we're going to revive the music industry in Memphis. We're going to revive the arts industry in Memphis. We're going to revive the TV production industry in Memphis. But I need some help. I need y'all to help me. I need you to stop, listen. Don't listen to what people say. Don't listen to the naysayers. Keep listening to the voice in your head and your heart that tells you you can do it. Hold your head up at all times. And trust me, you're going to face opposition just because of who you are. Look at you, young man. Who dresses like that at your age? Who does that? Who does this? You're going to face opposition. You around here talking about, it's me. I put this together. Man, please. People going to hate you for that, bro. I know this. You stay focused, young man. Y'all stay focused. Now, I need your help. Anybody ever heard the story of David and Goliath? Anybody ever heard the story of David and Goliath? Any of you guys heard the story of David and Goliath? You never heard it, Deja? You ever heard it? David and Goliath. David was a shepherd boy, and it's coming to you now? Okay, good, because I don't know what else getting ready to do with that. All right, so David and Goliath, right? Goliath was what? A giant. He was a giant. He was a giant. And he was slaying all the Israelites, all of God's people. He was killing with the sword. He was killing the whole community. And everybody was afraid of him. The grown folk were afraid to fight him. Even the king of Israel was afraid to fight him. But they found this teenager, about your age, named David, and he said that he would fight. And the only weapon he had, anybody know what his weapon was? It was a slingshot. It was a slingshot. That's all he had. No sword, no spear, just a slingshot. And the Bible says that he had 5 smooth stones. How many stones? How many? How many? He had 5 smooth stones, right? But he only needed 1 stone to kill Goliath. Anybody know where that stone hit Goliath? Hit him in the middle of the forehead. So it wasn't the kind of slingshot. Well, you guys don't even. Have any of you ever played with a slingshot? Oh, good. All right. So, but it wasn't that kind of slingshot. The kind with the 2 things in the middle you pull. No, it was a kind that had a leather pouch in the middle. It was two long cords on either end. You put a stone in the packet in the middle, and you hold both ends together, and you circulate it like that, and then the centrifugal force will build up, and then you let go one end, and then the stone goes wherever you want it to go. So that's how David killed Goliath. With how many stones? No, killed him with 1. He killed him with 1. How many did he have? 5. How many did he have? 5. He had 5 in his pouch. You just need 5 stones if you're going to make it as a business owner, as a community leader. All you need is 5 stones. Here's what they are. Here are the 5 stones. Desire. What's the first stone? Desire. I didn't hear you. Desire. You got to want something. Look, y'all, don't let anybody pour cold water on your aspirations, and they're going to talk about you like a dog. What? A restaurant? You can't cook. You can't have no chow. You can't. Art supply, man. Art supply. You know why there aren't more black people with art supply stores? Because black people don't support them. Because black people don't support them. They'd rather go somewhere else than yours. So you got to have a desire to keep making it. You got to do everything you can to certify yourself as a tattoo artist. You got to get all the certifications. You got to understand all of the things with regard to health code violations, with regard to infections. You got to know all of that stuff. You got to know more than a doctor knows in a lot of instances. if you're gonna do tattoos and cut somebody's skin. So if the sight of blood makes you faint, you ain't gonna make it as a tattoo artist, right? You know this? You gotta push through every one of your areas. You gotta have the desire. What's the first stone? Desire. What's the first stone? Desire. The second stone is direction. Direction. You gotta set a goal in life, set a purpose in life. You've already done that. You got that down pat. Each of you knows what you want to do. A lot of people don't know what they want to do. You gotta have a direction in life. You have a direction. Don't let anybody throw you off of your direction. You got to have direction if you're going to make it to a goal. All right, here we go. All right, let me show you an example. All right, look, what I want to do is I want to walk toward, what's the little man's name? What's your name? Caleb. I want to walk toward Caleb. All right, now, yeah, I'm going to count to 3. Y'all count to 3, and then I'm going to walk to Caleb. All right, go.
1, 2, 3.
I thought y'all said I walked to Caleb. Didn't y'all give me permission to walk to the dude? Did you? Maybe I didn't understand. Okay, count in Spanish this time, and maybe I get that in there. Go. 1, 2, 3. What happened? I'm going in the wrong direction, right? If my goal is to get to Caleb, I got to go toward him. You got to set a goal and then follow that goal. What's the first stone? What's the second stone? What's the second stone? Here's the third stone. Demeanor. Say demeanor. Demeanor is how you carry yourself. I said it's how you carry yourself. It's how you carry yourself. How are you sitting right now? How are you carrying yourself right now? Do you act like you believe in you? Because trust me, a whole lot of people don't. Trust me, a whole lot of people don't believe you. There are a lot of people looking at you right now and saying, man, please. When you get out of that's going to always be there. Carry yourself. I like you because you carry yourself with confidence. And I like it because I know what people are tripping about. I know this, right? All of us know what people are tripping about with dude, right? Anybody know what people are tripping about? Just kind of the way he carries himself, you know what I mean? Please. And people laugh at that, but he's with that. That's him. Don't worry about him. You be you. Right? That's demeanor, how you carry yourself. What's the first stone? What's the second stone? What's the third stone? Here's the fourth stone. Here's the fourth. Discipline. 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 You gotta have discipline. You gotta have discipline. Discipline. You gotta do it when you don't feel like it. You gotta do it when your friends want to play. When your friends want to do other stuff, get high, whatever it is they want to do. You can't be worried about that. You gotta be disciplined. This man, why he's sitting up sewing stuff. I'm sure there's other stuff he'd be wanting to do. I'm sure. I'm not going to get in your business. I'm not going to ask you, but I'm just saying that you got to have this man, because of discipline, he ended up meeting the president of the United States. I still haven't met the president. Still haven't met him. I'm 58. Now, I met Bill Clinton. I met George Bush, but I want to meet, you know what I mean? I want to dap him up, you know what I mean? What's up? How you living, fool? How you living? But I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep trying to provide leadership in this city. I'm going to keep loving you, and I'm going to keep depending on you to love me up to where maybe I will meet the president one day. But why is that? Because I didn't hear you. What's the first stone? What's the second stone? What's the third stone? What's the fourth stone? But David only needed one. You know what the fifth stone is? Determination. Got to have determination. You got to push through when you don't feel like pushing through. Whatever the requirements are for this program, you got to stick with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I saw more names on the program. I saw more names than 7 on the program. I'm certain there are more that started with you. Am I right about it? Yes. For whatever reason, they fell off. Y'all didn't fall off because you were determined. You got to be determined. I'm telling you. You got to be determined in the face of opposition. This man here determined that his children, somebody in his family going to be a millionaire. Somebody, this man family right here going to be a millionaire. Are you having any more babies, bro? Are you having any more babies? So if this one don't make it, he going to go back to him and say, come on, bro, come on, let's go. Because determination is the only thing that overcomes failure. Determination. Now, let me say this. You are going to fail more than one time in your life. You're going to fail. But you know what you do with that? Get up, dust yourself off, keep on pushing. Guess what I was supposed to be? Guess what I went to school for? To be a lawyer. Who said that? You said that? Who said that? Oh, she already knew the story. Okay, so I went to school to be a lawyer, Staples. I went to be a lawyer. I graduated Melrose High School, Morehouse College in Atlanta, Temple University School of Law in Philadelphia. I got my law degree. I'm a doctor for real. A lot of preachers, you call them doctor, they ain't no doc. I got a real doctorate, right, in law. But guess what? I failed the bar exam. Not just once, not just twice, many times. Several times I failed the bar exam. Several times. Still haven't passed it. But guess what? I'm not a failure. Guess what? I'm not a failure. Why? Because I'm determined to be somebody. And I'm not going to let a failure decide my future. You're going to fail a lot of times. Some of you are going to fail in the first business you go into. But if you know you have business in your heart, you're going to try something else. But you always got to have education to fall back on. Okay? How many of y'all going to get married? Raise your hand if you intend to get married. I'm going to say this and I'm going to go to my seat. See this right here? You see that? You know what that is? It's a wedding band. Bruh, when you get married, your wife is going to put a ring on your finger and say, with this ring, I be wed. Don't ever take the ring off. You hear me? Young ladies, don't put up with no mess. If you marry a man and he don't want to wear his wedding band at the house, don't you wear yours. Okay, quiet on that one. Okay. That's the end of my presentation. I love you.
Thank you, Dr. Whalum. All right, Jumpstart class. Anybody want to have anything to say? Anyone want to make any comments? Yes. All right. Latasha.
You say 1, you get 7.
Step this way, step this way.
Okay, Mrs. Lofton, we want to thank you. Thank you, Ms. Denise Lofton, for helping us through this tough process. You have helped us take our mindset in a different direction and better direction when it comes to our career. We are absolutely thankful for all your time and humble presence. Thank you, and thank you.
Clapping through all the hugs.
Thank you, guys. That was great. Thank you for my card. This has been really my pleasure. I teach this class to adults, and I wanted to try it with youth to see if the motivation factor was different for the youth versus the adults. Because believe it or not, I have to work harder with the adults than I did with you all, because they have different stressors, right? They have different demands on their time. And so this was your opportunity to use the time you have for the future you desire. And I hope you don't forget that. All right? Thank your presenter. So one of my adult Operation Jumpstart participants, and I guess graduates, is Chef Chris Cherry, and he has done the refreshments for you today. So if no one else has anything that they would like to say, you may have it.